the lighting working good. Can't be having no dry lips on no camera. Okay. All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the T is for Today podcast. Hello, y'all. It has been a minute. Well, it's been a longer of a minute for the videos that I upload on YouTube. So if you are tuning in today, you're either listening to the T is for Today podcast on Apple Podcast, there you go, or Spotify, or you're watching me on the YouTube channel. Hello, y'all. We gonna have a little conversation today because I've just come to the realization that I need to take my own advice. I can't be coming for people's necks every episode, random episode that I do. When I say random, I mean random in the timing that it's released, and not be taking my own advice. And something that I realized is that I don't always be taking my own advice. And so today we're just gonna have a conversation, okay? We're gonna have a conversation about some things because I'm gonna do better and y'all are possibly gonna do better too if you are in the same situation, predicament as your girl is. So boom. I have just been recently reading in the Bible, the book of Jeremiah, and why did I say Jeremiah? Nehemiah. Lord have mercy. I've been reading Nehemiah. Immediately when it came out, I knew that was wrong. I've been reading Nehemiah, okay? And just, it's talking about how he rebuilt the wall, okay? He rebuilt Jerusalem's walls. And it just talks about like the whole process of that. And literally, Nehemiah had one job. And that one job he had, he delivered on it. Why did he deliver on it? It's because he believed. Come on, this is a word right here, y'all. He believed the vision. He believed the vision that was given to him. Okay? So, we gonna put our own selves in that same situation, okay? I'm talking about myself. I'm not gonna talk about y'all today. I'm talking about myself. I have recently realized that the reason why, I find it hard sometimes to do certain things in the realm of when it comes to putting myself before things, like making myself the face of things, whatever the case may be. When it comes to my background is education, I have no issues there, but something that, God is really pushing me to do in this season is putting myself more out there. And that's not something that I necessarily like to do. I'm the type of person, maybe you are too, I am fine with being a behind the scenes person. Like, let's say there was a project that came together. I'm fine not being the face of the project. I'm fine with knowing that behind the scenes, I was on the team and we were all working on the project. I don't need to be the face of things. And in this season of my life, in the trajectory that your girl is going on, I must need to start being the face of things. And that is something that is 100% out of my comfort zone. Like if I'm doing something, representing something on behalf of somebody else, I'm fine with doing that. I don't have a problem getting up and speaking in front of people. Sorry, hitting the camera. I don't have a problem getting up and speaking in front of people, but the issue arises when it's something that I know I did, like it's a project of my own, and then I'm having to be like the face of it, It's wild. But so in that area, I may lack, the belief like, do I really need to do it like this? Or can I do it this other way? And because I know what I should be doing, and then I don't do what I know I should be doing. It lands us in just a whole bunch of turmoil and confusion. Have y'all been there before? When you know what you're supposed to do and you don't do what you're supposed to do? And then you be sitting there looking at God, God looking at you, and you think about God, God thinking about you. You're like, Lord, why is this not happening? Or, you praying, da 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 da. Lo and behold, and you know good and well what you're supposed to be doing, and you're not doing it. So today is the day, guys. Today is the day where we are going to believe it. We're going to believe it, because when you believe it, nobody can stop you, okay? So I'm looking down on my phone if you're watching on YouTube, because I have some notes right here. So some things that happen in Nehemiah, if you have not read the story of Nehemiah, you really should. Like, it's actually very encouraging. Like, if you read it, like, very encouraging. Very encouraging. Anyways, and so no one could stop him because he knew what he was built to do. Come on, somebody. No one could stop him because he knew what he was built to do. Let me tell you something about this story, okay? Nehemiah felt it in his it was like Israel, Jerusalem, they went into exile, okay? And so he was going back to and asking people like, how is the town? How is the city doing? They're saying like the wall is in ruins. And so he felt compelled in his heart, like, I need to do something about it. I can't be sitting here and my people out here struggling. So he had the king at the time write him a letter of approval, because he's like, I don't want anybody to say saying that I'm doing this, on my own will to build a name for myself or whatever the case may be. So he got the approval that he needed before he left, okay? When he left and started doing the work and building and doing all the things, people was hating on Nehemiah, okay? They even had like people that he knew, a friend, a friend of a friend, okay? Come and try and tell him false information to stop his progress. Y'all, that's a word right there, okay? But they could not shake your boy, because you know why? He already knew what he was supposed to do. He believed what he was supposed to do. So whatever anybody else was saying, whatever noise and nonsense the people around him were talking, was not going to shake him, because he knew what he was supposed to do. He knew what he was built to do. He knew his purpose, okay? They even went so far as like writing like a fake note, a fake letter, and had someone deliver an open letter. So if you're delivering an open letter, are you not going to read it? Like, let's be realistic. If someone say, oh yeah, come deliver this to Nehemiah, and the letter is not sealed, that's you being messy. You want the carrier to be reading it and spreading the gossip and lies on the way to Nehemiah. And he was saying that in the letter, he was saying like, oh, Nehemiah is doing all this and the king is not approving of it. Basically, if you helping Nehemiah rebuild this wall, like you're rebelling against the king, just all types of lies. And Nehemiah said, no, why should I now go and hide after I've already done all this stuff? Because he knew it was false accusations being made against him. Once again, it goes back to belief. What did he believe in? The false words, of haters, people trying to bring him down, people trying to stop the process? No, he believed in the original vision that was given to him, okay? His original thing that he set out to do. And so that brings me to my next point. So I wrote some things down, is that sometimes we have issues following through because we ourselves are still trying to believe it. Like, we may know deep down inside, like, I'm supposed to, put these funds aside to start doing this. I know I'm supposed to start writing, or I'm supposed to be writing a book, or I know I'm supposed to start commissioning, doing commissioned art, or whatever the case may be. But because we don't fully believe it ourselves, we have a hard time following through with it. And in reality, it's because we honestly, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for y'all. I said I'm speaking to myself today. I'm speaking for myself. We don't believe that like we have what it takes or to maybe sustain it, or something that I always been like, like, I know what I be having to say, like, is important. And I know I be saying, like, words of wisdom and things like that. Like, I feel like the words that I say are relevant. But, there's always that voice in the back of your head sometimes that tells you, like, girl or boy or whoever you are. I mean, there's only girl, boy. Girl, boy. Like, anybody gonna listen to you, or anybody trying to hear that. And that is the voice of the hater. That's the voice that Nehemiah wasn't listening to because he knew what he was supposed to do. So we gotta just start telling that voice to shut up. And we gotta just start doing what we know we are supposed to do. Okay? Again, Nehemiah, he knew what the assignment was, and he understood the assignment well. So I have a question. I wrote down a question. What would it look like if you really believed in the dream inside of you? What would it look like if you really believed in the dream inside of you? Like you didn't have no doubt about nothing. I'm going to tell you. Couldn't nobody tell you nothing. You would be like our boy Nehemiah, and that wall built, and all the exiled people coming back, and the land being prosperous. Like, there is so much power in belief, okay? You can believe in yourself, or you can believe lies. You can believe accusations said about you, and they all hold weight, and they all play into the thought patterns in our minds, right? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all see this thing? Not the online audience, but the people that's listening to the podcast and not watching it, you're not gonna see what I'm doing, but you can also go onto the YouTube channel, T is for today, and you can watch the episode as well. But anywho, y'all see this book behind me, okay? I wrote a book in February, okay? I wrote a book in February. And I know for a fact, I know that this book is a powerful book, and it's going to help change and shift and transform people's minds, okay? I wholeheartedly know and believe that. But you know what the problem is? I didn't believe in my ability to properly be putting my work out there, being the face, pubbing it, whatever else you need to do to sell stuff. Yeah, girl, I wasn't doing it, okay? Let me get it off the thing right here. You see the thing? It says a word for today. Not yesterday. A word for today. Okay? So today, you know what we're going to do, guys? Today, we are going to start believing in ourselves. And I know it sounds like something so simple to do, right? But sometimes, like, the simplest things can be the hardest things to do, like, if we're honest. Okay? It's so simple to do what you've been told the first time, right? But oftentimes, we don't do what we've been told the first time. It takes us not following instructions, getting beat up or something, or, feeling the consequences of our actions. And then we say, okay, well, listen, let's not be those people anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. Do you want to be that person still? No, you don't. You want to be the person that hears the instruction the first time and then does it. That's who I aspire to be. That's what I want to be. So today we're going to change that. That's why it's called T is for today. Today, today, today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, not next week, not next year, but today. What are the things that we can do today? Okay? So, what is going to happen if you have not purchased this book? You need to, because it's a 21-day devotional, right? It's 21 days to reclaim the power of our words. So many times we just speak just negative things over ourselves, or we have just negative ideologies we've adopted. And when we break those things off of our minds, we can be like a Jeremiah. We can believe the vision and achieve it and execute it because we know that there is power in understanding. There's powers in what we profess, what we proclaim. There's power in what we accept. Jeremiah was not accepting any negative thing, any negative comments. None of the people they was actually trying to kill him, to be like, they were trying to lure him from doing the work to kill him. Their tactic that they were trying to use was fear. They wanted to scare him to go into hiding. And when they knew he was hiding, they were going to go and kill him there. But he said, nah, what he had them people do, y'all just go read this story. It's actually really good. What he had them people do, everybody, he made the whole town help him rebuilding that wall. They had their building tools in one hand and they had their weapons in the other hand. And he was like, okay, when I sound the alarm, that means that the enemy's here. Y'all need to go ahead and have that weapon ready to fight. That's how we need to be in our everyday life, okay? We need to have that one hand that we're using to do the work, the will, that God has placed in our lives. And that other hand to have that weapon to come up and post up on anybody trying to get work, trying to talk bad, trying to just spew negativity and just tell you that you can't do things, No, you can do things. You can do a lot of things if you believe it. So this book, back to my book, okay? So what I have been doing, because right now it is only available on my website, www.tisfortoday.com. But I'm in the process of putting it on Amazon. And so by the time this episode comes out, you should be able to purchase on Amazon, which was going to be fantastic for you, okay? And they'll send you a physical copy. You can still get it on the website. And then I'm also in the process of transcribing it into an ebook so you can download it and get it instantly on your Kindle or whatever Kindle. Do people even still? I'm thinking of the Kindle tablet, but the app is Kindle. But whatever you read ebooks on, okay? That you'll be your iPad, your iPhone, your Android, whatever. You'll be able to read the ebook version of the A Word for Today book as well. And what we're going to start doing, we're going to do a 21-day challenge based on the different segments, the different topics for each day, because I want to hear the testimonies. I want to see the fruit. I want to see you guys starting to move and shake and do the things you're supposed to do, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to tell y'all to do something that I am not doing. Okay? We new and improved, baby. If I ain't doing it, I ain't about to tell y'all to do it, okay? Because what type of example is that? It's not a good one. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning into this episode of the T is for Today podcast, because we are going to start believing it. Because if you believe it, you can achieve it. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it really is true. It's cliche, but it's the truth. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you believe in yourself, like when I mean like really believe in yourself, if you really, really, really believe in yourself, there is nothing that you can't do, honestly. Real talk. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend to encourage and get them doing what they need to do today. talk to you all again when I talk to you.